Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my blog. So this is the part 3 of the lesson of the world literature, which will talk about who are the most notable famous authors in world literature. So let's now proceed. So here, we do have most notable famous authors in world literature. First one is Tan Tuan Eng. Tan Tuan Eng was born in Penang and lived in various places in Malaysia as a child. So he studied law at the University of London and later worked as a lawyer in one of Kuala Lumpur's most reputable law firms. So Tan's first novel is about the gift of rain during 2007, and which was the longest longlisted for the Man Book Prize and has been translated into Italian, Spanish, Greek, Romanian. So Tan Tuan Eng also wrote The Garden of Evening Mist at 2011. His second novel won the Man Asian Literary Prize and Walter Scott Prize and was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize and the International Impact Dublin Literary Award. Next one is Musharraf Ali Farooqi. So Musharraf Ali Farooqi is a Pakistani author, novelist, and translator. So his novel is Between Clay and Dust and was shortlisted for the Man Asian Literary Prize 2012 and longlisted for the 2013 DSC Prize for South Asian Literature. So Farooqi's second novel is The Story of a Widow, which was shortlisted for the DSC Prize for South Asian Literature. So his other works for children includes a picture book, The Cobbler's Holiday, or Why Ants Don't Wear Shoes, and the collection, The Amazing Mustache of Moss Chandler, The Iron Man, and other stories. So next one is Jeet Thayil. Jeet Thayil was born in 1959 in Kerala, an Indian poet, novelist, librettist, and musician. He is best known as a poet and is the author of 4 collections. These errors are correct. Trunke Bar, English, Penguin India, Ratapala Express, New York at 2004, The Apocalypso, The Gemini, and his first novel, Necropolis, which was shortlisted for the 2012 Man Booker Prize and the Hindu Literary Prize at 2013. Now, next one is Kim Thuy. Kim Thuy is a writer, arrived in Canada in 1979. At the age of 10, she has worked as a seamstress, interpreter, lawyer, and restaurant owner. So he translated the English, no, this one, her debut novel, Rue, won the Governor General's Award for French Language Fiction at the 2010 Governors General's Award. And Thuy spent her early childhood in Vietnam before fleeing with her parents as boat people and settling in the Montreal suburb of Longueuil. She has degrees in law, linguistics, and translation from the University of Montreal. So next one is Nayomi Munaweera. Nayomi Munawira debut novel is an island, the writer of The Island of Thousand Mirror, which was longlisted for the Man Asia Literary Prize and the Dublin Impact Prize. It won the Commonwealth Regional Prize for Asia and was shortlisted for the Northern California Book Award. The publishers weekly wrote, and Munawira's lyrical debut novel is worthy of shelving alongside her countryman Michael Ondaatje or her fellow writer of the multi-generational immigrant experience. So here, the New York Times book review called the novel incandescent. Nayomi's second novel, What Lies Between Us, was released in February 2016 and had received accolades as one of the 2016's most anticipated books. Next one is Jonathan Safran Foer. Jonathan Safran Foer is the author of 2 best-selling award-winning novels, Everything is Illuminated and Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, and a best-selling work of nonfiction, Eating Animals, and he lives in Brooklyn, New York. Next one is Sarah Gruen. Sarah Gruen is the first New York Times and USA Today best-selling author of 5 novels, At the Water's Edge, Ape House, Water for Elephants, Writing Lessons, and Flying Changes. So Water for Elephants was adapted into a major motion picture starring Reese Witherspoon, Rob Pattinson, and Christoph Waltz in 2011. Next one is Margaret Atwood. Margaret Atwood has numerous critically acclaimed novels to her credit. Some of her best-selling titles are The Oryx and Kirk of 2003 and The Blind Assassin of 2000. She is very best known for her feminist and dystopian political themes, and her prolific output of work spans multiple genres, including poetry, short stories, and essays. Next one is Valeria Luiselli. Valeria Luiselli is an award-winning translated into numerous languages. Louiselle's playful mesmeric novels have pushed the boundaries of distortion between the real and the imagined. Works such as Faces in the Crowd and The Story of My Teeth have seen her cast as one of the bright lights of contemporary Mexican fiction. Next one is Carmen Bolosa. Carmen Bolosa is a poet, playwright, and novelist. He works with Living Tabasco at 2001 and Texas the Great Theft at 2014. Weaving through a wide range of topics and eras, Bolosa's imaginative power and craft have allowed her to jump from one project to another without being typecast or pigeonholed. Next one is David Mitchell. David Mitchell is an English novelist known for his frequent use of intricate and complex experimental structure in his work. In his first novel, Ghost Written, at 1999, he uses 9 narrators to tell the story. And 2004's Cloud Atlas is a novel comprising 6 interconnected stories. Mitchell won the John Llewellyn Rice Prize for Ghost Written. Next one is Sadie Smith. Sadie Smith is a literary critic of James Wood coined the term historical realism in 2000. So he is described as hugely successful debut novel at White Teeth, which Smith agreed was a painfully accurate term for the sort of overblown manic prose to be found in novels like My Own White Teeth. Next one is Delphine de Vigan. Delphine de Vigan is an award-winning French novelist. She has published several novels for adults. Her breakthrough work was Book No et Moi, No and Me, if it's translated, and that was awarded in Prix des Libraries in France in 2008. Next one is Michel Houellebecq. So Michel Houellebecq is a French born Michael Thomas on the French island of Réunion. He he wrote the Les Particulars Elementaires after disastrous publicity tour for his book, and which led to his being taken to a court for inciting racial hatred. He went to Ireland to write. He currently resides in France, where he has been described as France's biggest literary export and some say greatest living writer. Next one is Isabel Allende. Isabel Allende Leona is a Chilean American novelist who writes in the magical realism tradition, and it is considered one of the first successful women novelists in Latin America. She has written novels based in part on her own experience, often focusing on the experiences of women, weaving myth and realism together. Her best known works include the novels The House of the Spirits and The City of the Beast. Next one is Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Gabriel Garcia Marquez was a Colombian writer associated with the magical realism genre of narrative fiction and credited with reinvigorating Latin American writing. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1982 for a body work that included novels such as 100 Years of Solitude. Mario Vargas Llosa. Mario Vargas Llosa is a Peru's foremost author and the winner of the 2010 Nobel Prize in Literature. In 1994, he was awarded the Cervantes Prize, the Spanish-speaking world's most distinguished literary honor, and in 1995, he won the Jerusalem Prize. His many distinguished work include The Storyteller, The Feast of the Goat, Aunt Julia, and the scriptwriter Death in the Andes and In Praise of the Stepmother. Next one is Patricio Pron. Patricio Pron was born in 1975. He is the author of 7 novels and 6 story collection, and he also works as a translator and critic. His fiction has appeared in Granta, Zoetrope, All Story, and the Paris Review. Another one is Rodrigo Hasbun. Rodrigo Hasbun is a Bolivian novelist living and working in Houston, Texas. In 2007, he was selected by the Hay Festival as one of the best Latin American writers. Under the age of 39 for Bogota 39, and in 2010, he was named 12 one of Granta's best young Spanish language novelists. Next one is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie grew up in Nigeria. Her work has been translated into over 30 languages and has appeared in various publications, including The New Yorker, Granta, the O. Henry Prize Stories, the Financial Times, and the Zroe Trophy. Next one is Aminata Forna. Aminata Forna was born in Glasgow but raised in Sierra Leone. Aminata Forna first drew attention for her memoir, The Devil That Danced on the Water, during 2003. Next one is Nadine Gordimer. Nadine Gordimer is one of the apartheid era's most prolific writers, works powerfully explore social, moral, and racial issues in a South Africa under apartheid rule. Next one is Alain Mabanckou. Alain Mabanckou was born in 1966 in Congo, Brazzaville. He currently resides in Los Angeles, where he teaches literature at UCLA, having previously spent 4 years at the University of Michigan. So Mabanckou will be a fellow in the Humanities Council at Princeton University in 2007 to 2008. And the last one, but we still have lots of famous authors. But this one is the last one that I have I will present to you. Ben Okri. Ben Okri is a poet, novelist, and was born in 1959 in Mina, northern Nigeria, to an Igbo mother and Arhobo father. He grew up in London before returning to Nigeria with his family in 1968. Much of his early fiction explores the political violence that he witnessed at firsthand during the Civil War in Nigeria. So those are the authors, famous authors in the world literature. I know you know William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is still famous now, but these are the emerging famous authors in the 21st century. William Shakespeare and the other authors like Thomas Eliot, and the other authors, they are already what to call that, all-time favorite writers way back before and now. So I want to indicate also your performance task for this lesson, for the first lesson of 21st century, which is about you're going to make a magazine cover showing the influence of world literature in the country. So make a short description out of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your face, use your body, and all to make a magazine cover showing the influence of world literature. Just make sure your pictures are not so malicious and not so vulgar. And when you put your short descriptions of it, you can just post it into your Facebook account for the short descriptions. So the rubric for this one is content is 10, creativity is 5, and then language is 5. So that would be the performance task of yours in the first lesson. Now, if you have questions, just DM me or just chat into your group chat about your questions about this performance task. Okay, so I want to end my session for this lesson, for the part 3 of this lesson, which is about, according to Romans chapter 5, verse 8, you are loved, you are chosen, you are redeemed, you are favored, you are blessed, you are healed, and you have an amazing destiny. So keep going and trust the one that you believe in, and everything will follow. Stay safe, everyone, and have a nice day.